Alrighty, so now it's time for an all-new Q&A number 25. Now, keep in mind, I spent $300,000 on pyrotechnics for the celebration of Q&A 25, but things kind of fell apart, so instead this is what you're going to get. Q&A 25. I don't know what the hell, what the hell was that? Anyway, it's 6:30 at night. I just uploaded my best sex scenes video of all time, and I gotta leave here in like an hour I gotta go to the gym. I got some hardcore industrial techno music saved on my MP3 player, and I'm dying to use it. So let's jump into your questions that you guys left last week. What do you think makes a good Die Hard movie, and what would you like to see them do to make a better Die Hard movie in the future? I think what makes a good Die Hard movie is Bruce Willis giving a shit and picking a good director and a good writer, but it seems like on this new Die Hard movie that they couldn't really do any of those things. So I guess it just takes effort. Hey Johnny Cake, what's your favorite movie villain? My favorite movie villain, I love the Joker. I love Tom Hardy's Bane, Heath Ledger Joker. Another good villain would probably be Master Blaster. Yeah. Who run by the town? We run by the town. You guys know what I'm talking about? Another villain would be like Freddy Krueger. Charismatic, badass, child murderer. Try to say this Norwegian sentence. Jeg elsker filmer, I love movies. And also, how many toes do you have? I don't know, I'm wearing slippers. Yo, Johnny motherfucking Flickinger, have you seen the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston? If so, what did you think? I'm gonna be a rock star. I have seen Rockstar. I really like that movie. It's just funny. Everything with Mark Wahlberg in it actually has some kind of weird undertone of comedic performance. But I really like that movie. You know, it follows the 1980s, glam rockers with the poofed up hair that were just getting groupies left and right. And exposes it for kind of what it is. Exactly what I just said, basically. But, oh, by the way, I have a wide-angle lens on my camera. I bought like a $12 wide-angle lens off Amazon. I'm kind of liking it. It looks okay. It kind of gives you you feel like you're in the room with me. But I'm handcuffed, so you're safe. Hey, John Binks, what letter grade would you give each of the Lord of the Rings movies? Fellowship and A-, Two Towers, a B, and then Return maybe an A. Yeah. When are you making a new Blu-ray haul? Whenever I get enough Blu-rays to make it worth it. To be honest, lately Blu-ray movies that I like are few and far between. I just feel like I bought everything that I wanted over the last couple of years. But there's a few coming out that I might. I do want to do flick trips. And I bought... Alright, son of a bitch. By the way, there's Tiny Todd. I bought this thing. You want me to tell you what it is? Okay. It goes on the windshield of my car, and I can mount a camera to it. So that'll make the videos a little more interesting rather than hold the damn camera the whole time. So, flip trips, maybe tomorrow I will go film one. I have nothing else to do. Hey John, in your spoiler-filled review of The Dark Knight Rises with Chris Stuckman, you mentioned that you felt like the opening scene from The Dark Knight was superior to the opening plane heist scene in The Dark Knight Rises. That being said, were you still impressed with what Nolan offering in the opening scene for The Dark Knight Rises? Yeah, I mean, I was impressed. I liked the plane scene, don't get me wrong. It was done well. It was phenomenal. It had practical effects. But there was just something that wasn't as interesting to me. It felt overly complex, to be honest. It felt unnecessary, to be honest with you. Was it done good? Yeah. I just prefer the Joker. I thought that the Joker Bane scene was a better way to judge the Joker than the Bane thing. I would have actually preferred Bane maybe him and his mercenaries break into some heavily guarded facility, and they have to take something of some sort. And you know, and Bane, you just see Bane like beat the fuck out of like 6 guys, you know, and he just breaks them all. And then he kind of, you know, I don't know. That's what I would have preferred. Okay, what are you more excited for, the Avengers 2 or the Justice League? Well, the damn Justice League ain't coming out to... What the hell? What was that speech? What was that accent? Damn Justice League ain't coming out for another 23 years, Miss Morgan. No, the Justice League is actually... they're saying it's on hold till 2021? Like, who gives a shit? It takes those guys 6 years to get to a movie? Like, how the hell is that possible? What's wrong with Warner Brothers? So I guess I'm more excited for Avengers 2 because I'm actually going to see that in 2 years, not in 6. When did you hit puberty? Jesus. I actually remember my first hair. I literally remember it, and it was in the 5th grade. What was the most memorable and best birthday you have ever had, and why? I remember, you know, I remember 7th grade. I think I was 14. Maybe, yeah, I was 14 years old, and we went to this hotel. My mom rented this hotel for me and like 5 of my friends. And it wasn't like we were going to drink and do drugs. It wasn't like this, because this hotel was built with a huge swimming pool and hot tubs, and like it had this like rock climbing walls, all kinds of crazy shit. Like you could run and jump on trampolines. And I remember we stayed there, just broke everything that we could, ran around with this camcorder, and then some guy down at the other end of the hotel, we were walking by, he's like, dude, come here, come here. His nickname was Snake. I shit you not making this up. And he's like, you guys want to come to my party? He was like 25. So we go in there, and there's always like rundown crack whores, and we're just like 14-year-olds standing around. And this one guy looked at me, he's like, dude, I'm too drunk to drive. Can you drive me home? I'm like, fuck yeah, I can. And then I don't know what happened. I never ended up driving him home, but that was a fun time. Can you make your next Q&A slightly longer than this Q&A? I have no life and need your entertainment. My last Q&A was like an hour long. I'm going to make this one shorter. Here's why. It takes too damn long to upload these things to YouTube. So that's why I'm going to make them a little bit shorter. By the way, your videos are entertaining as hell. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. What else is there? Let's keep going, scrolling down here, scrolling away. Hey, John, do you remember the early, mid, and late 1990s, or are they a blur to you? Also, do you ever feel nostalgic about them? All the time. I remember a lot of things from probably 1992 to 3 and up. I remember going to video stores as a kid. I remember hanging out with my friends, riding bikes, breaking beer bottles down by the river. That sounds so sad, but it was the best time of my life. I remember one of my friends when I was younger, probably like 7 or 8, he stole a beer from his dad's garage, and he took it down. Like, we had this little hut down by this river I lived by, and he hid it there and for like a week. And it was like 80 degrees out, 90 degrees. It was summertime. And a week later, he's like, you want to drink this, dude? It's going to be so cool. And it was this warm, skunky-ass alcoholic beverage. And I remember just drinking it to be cool, and then we both threw up. I don't know how we got there on that question, but do you think Daniel Day-Lewis is the best actor living today? The guy does like a movie every 2 years. I think when he takes on a character role, he definitely jumps into that character. You know, that is him. But he always kind of picks those oddball characters. You know, besides Abraham Lincoln, you know, look at There Will Be Blood. Bastion in a basket. You know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of actors could do what he's doing, but to really originate it, I don't know. He's pretty damn good. What is the worst looking Blu-ray that you own? I don't think I own it anymore, but the first Total Recall Blu-ray was pretty awful looking. American Psycho is kind of a nasty looking Blu-ray too. Yo, Flick, are you going to go in-depth review of Man of Steel and Iron Man 3 with Stuckman again? And can I have a shout out? Epicness51. And actually, a lot of people in my last video are like, stop doing shout outs. I'm going to try because I was watching that last Q&A and they did take up a lot of time and I want to try to get to more questions. Yes, I will do a reviews for both of them. If I do both of them with Stuckman, I'm not quite sure. He might visit me for Iron Man 3, so I'm not sure. If he's here, we're going to talk the hell out of Iron Man 3, I can tell you that. By the way, the hang on, damn it. You hang on, damn it. What am I doing back here? Hang on, where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. Anyway, there it is. Hang on. That's fucking epic. Ladies, children, sheep. I love the score to that trailer of Iron Man 3. By the way, I just took a whole bunch of time doing that, but who cares? Hey, Johnny Two-Face Dent, would you get a Batman tattoo? You know, if I would get any tattoo, that would probably be the one, but I'd be a little bit self-conscious about it. Like, you see that guy's got a fucking Batman tattoo. What a douche, you know? I don't know. I would probably get one. I'd like a woman with a Batman tattoo. Now, that would be a little bit sexy. Where am I at? Have you picked up Indiana Jones on Blu-ray yet? No, I have not. When the price is right, I will do it. Have you seen Braveheart with Mel Gibson? Of course. Yes, I have. Take our land, but you can't take our blue face paint. Hey, Johnny, shit, I just answered that. Is your girlfriend camera shy? I think a little bit, yeah, I think so. What is your favorite moment in Breaking Bad? When Gus finally gets what he deserves. That whole episode. Plus, I already said this once, but when Walt's laying down on the floor of his house, just losing his shit. I love that scene too. That was intense. When are you going to do more vlogs? I'm trying. To be honest with you, the last week was a bad week. I didn't make any videos this week. Reason for that is I actually had a pipe under my house break, so I had to jackhammer the concrete floor, get under my house, run pipes, connect them. It took like 3 days. It was a pain in the ass. And when that kind of stuff happens, I just have no extra energy to do videos. John, when do you think Hugo What do I think of Hugo Weaving? He's good. Even though he admitted to only doing Megatron's voice for money. Alright, let's go. Keep going past that one. Who would you rather hang out with? Ted Bundy or Charles Manson? Well, Ted Bundy was a creepy bastard who killed boys and put them in bats of acid down in his house. So Charles Manson never put boys in bats of acid. So probably Charles Manson. Seems interesting. Could you imagine if David Fincher directed Star Wars? What do you think it'd be like? A lot of very smooth panning shots, kind of dark and gritty. There'd probably be some kind of underlining subplot of incest. There'd be some goth chick, which would be, you know, Princess Leia's daughter. And then she'd have a stepdad, and he would probably abuse her. And then Morgan Freeman would be there solving a mystery about, you know, why Jabba the Hutt's so fat. Are you going to see the Oz, the Great and Powerful? I'll see it. But the more and more I see of the trailers, the less I'm interested. It just looks like a big CGI sloppy mess. Did Rocky IV end the Cold War in your opinion? Of course it did. All right, let's go to the next page. Hey John, is it true that Blu-rays don't skip, crash, or freeze? I've never had that problem. So, have you seen Flight? If so, what is your opinion? I have seen Flight with Denzel. I rented it on Redbox last week. I thought it was a really good movie. Spoilers. spoilers. Okay, you've been warned. I get the ending. I get why he admitted to everything, and he wanted to be a better person. But in reality, that would do nothing but fuck up your life. Oh, hey, now, I'm a convicted felon. I'm going to federal prison for the next 5 years, not earning an income. I'll never fly a plane again. When I get out of prison, I'm probably never going to be able to do any kind of job that I want to do related to my field. And, but hey, my son respects me now, even though I'm sitting in prison. And I get the moral of the story. That's what it took for him to really become a good person. But in my sense, my perspective of the movie is, he was the only guy who could land that plane. He saved a whole bunch of lives, and his drinking had nothing to do with the incident. So, that's just me. Hey, John, what is your favorite game? Favorite game? Actually, my favorite game is Crackdown 1 and 2. I've spent 2 weeks of my life on both those games running around the city looking for the hidden orbs. On Crackdown 2, I found every single hidden item. It took about a week. And I sat there for 12 hours a day doing it, but it was the most fulfilling thing of my life, and I'll never forget it. Hey, J-Bomb, I love the nicknames. The nicknames are just ridiculous. If you had to choose one movie that changed your life on your view of life in any way, for example, it made you change the way you think, feel, or behave, which movie would it be? I'll be honest with you. Movies in general, they've all kind of defined me. They all kind of open up my eyes in one way or another. You watch a good movie that really hits deep, and you're just like, wow, man, I'm gonna strive to do that. Like some movies, like The Shawshank Redemption, movies like that make me look at life. It follows a life story, and you're thinking about your entire life. You're like, God, Jesus, so much thing. I'm gonna get deep here. Don't get scared. But, the narrative of that movie, where he's on the beach at the end with Morgan Freeman, and I feel thankful that I'm still in my mid-20s, because I wake up every day, I'm scared that life's going to pass me by before it happens. But let's go on a lighter note here. Like fucking Batman. Batman strives to make me a better person. I'm not shitting you. It makes me want to go, like, help old people or something. And American Psycho really does other things for me, like I have those thoughts that Patrick Bateman has. Like, not so sadistic, but I've had slight feelings like that. Am I going to go kill a hooker with a chainsaw? Probably not, but... Hey, John, you're a badass. Are you going to get SkyFall on Blu-ray? I thought about SkyFall a lot the other day when I walked into Walmart and I seen it on Blu-ray, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Skyfall is good, but I'm sorry, it's a little bit overrated. I just think it's because the last one was so shitty. Everyone was like, "This is the best Bond ever." Casino Royale is the best Bond ever by far. That movie was everything, and it was better than Skyfall by far. You watch Skyfall and it kind of, a lot of it's just okay, a lot of it's not that amazing. It has a good villain, it has a good story, even though it's got a lot of plot holes in it. And I didn't really, none of the action scenes in Skyfall, like, make me want to go back and watch them right now. And I know a lot of people are watching this, no, that's wrong, but just compare that movie to Casino Royale. I'd rather just watch Casino Royale again, you know what I mean? I'll probably buy it soon, though, so who the hell am I kidding? Hey John, are you planning to go to the World's End, and have you seen Hot Fuzz? Yeah, I'll probably go see the new Simon Pegg movie. Yeah, Simon Pegg. Hey John, Hey John, how well did you do at school? Did you generally get good or bad grades? I was in the lower 25% of my graduating class. And here's why. Every day, when I went into high school, here's what I usually took to a class. Half the time I didn't take my book because I was too lazy to get out of my locker. I took a pad of paper, and I usually had to borrow a pencil when I walked into class. I shit you not, that's how I spent the last 3 years of my high school career. As far as studying goes, I never studied. I just went in. I was like, I can either do it or I can't. And a lot of things in school were just common sense to me. The only thing that I could never really slide by in was math. I was always bad at math, just because there's no leeway in math. Like English, you can kind of like not have to be perfect, but you can kind of be a little bit sloppy. A lot of other classes, you can kind of like, there's wiggle room. But in math, it's right or wrong, and I don't work like that. I'm sorry. Hey, John, do you hate when a sentence ends in a way that you think it's going to octopus? I get it, yeah. Why do you hang out with Chris Duckman? He's incredibly weird in shows and your videos. When you're standing beside me in a video, you're going to come off weird. Hell, I'm weird, but it's just... Yeah, I'm just weird. No, Suckman's cool. He really is cool. I've had very interesting conversations with him. And he knows his shit about movies, man. I'll be honest with you. What do you think about Magic Mike 2 happening? Listen, I liked Magic Mike. I thought it was an okay movie. Am I ready for Magic Mike 2? I don't really need it, but go for it. Whatever. My girlfriend will make me go anyway. If you had your own movie studio, what would you name it, and would Tiny Todd be the mascot? We could call it like Flick Productions, or yeah, Finger Flicking Good, and have Tiny Todd as the mascot. I don't know. That sounds like a porn studio. John, I took your advice and invited some friends around, and we all watched The Room. That is 1 hour and 39 minutes. I will never fucking get back. Thanks a fucking lot. Biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. My goddamn eyes on. I laid my nose itches. Laid my eyes on. Yeah, The Room is a pile of shit, but it's so funny. Like, it's just so bad it's funny. And it's hard to watch all of it. Yeah, I agree. So just watch the clips of it on YouTube. Okay. Hey, Dick Flicker. The nicknames are awesome. I love them. If you were walking to your house and saw Ryan Gosling with a drive jacket on, walking out with Tiny Todd in his hand and was about to kill him, what would happen next? Well, hopefully there would be an elevator close by so we could both get in it, and I crush his skull, and I take his drive jacket and I sell it on eBay. Hey, Bat Nipples, have you ever seen the show Seinfeld? If you have, what are your thoughts on it? How do you get this bag of peanuts open, Jerry? Seinfeld was good. I was never an avid viewer of it. It's like I never needed to watch it every week, but I've enjoyed Seinfeld. If Biff came back and Scarlett Johansson had a baby, who would that little fucker? Oh, I would be that little fucker. Yes, I agree. I look like Biff and Scarlett Johansson combined. I agree. Johnny Triceps. I recently started a movie review page on Facebook, Mad Mike's Movie Reviews. I'd eventually like to do reviews on YouTube as soon as I get a good camera. Can I have a shout out? I just mentioned your name. And is it okay to watch Point Break with your pants off? It's the only way to watch Point Break. Preferably have a little bit of sex wax to rub on your surfboard, and then yeah, watch it alone though. Don't watch it with anybody else, because when you're watching it without your pants on and Bodhi comes on the screen and they jump out of the plane, gotta drop the gun, Johnny! You can't pull the chute with the gun in your hand! Fucking love Point Break. Gee, coincidence here. Johnny Utah, what are the chances of you ever going skydiving and saying, I know it's hard for you, I know you want me so bad, it's like acid in your mouth, man. I'm scared to go skydiving. That's one thing that scares the hell out of me. I'd be willing to do it though. What's up, Johnny? What's your favorite Terrence Malick movie? I don't want to talk about Terrence Malick right now. It just... Not right now. And plus, I answered that like the last 6 Q&As. Death by vampire or zombie bite? Oh, let's go with a vampire. Are you shitting me? If I get bit by a zombie, I just turn into a flesh-eating asshole with skin's falling off. If I get bit by a vampire, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna stay up all night, party all day. Like, stay up all night, sleep all day, which I already do, and I'm gonna seduce hot women. Plus, I can float around and shit. I don't care if I can't, you know, go around garlic. I don't like garlic anyway, so I'm fine by that. Hey, Bruce Johnny Wayne, what would you do if you were strapped down and you had to watch Batman being raped by Bane off Arkham Asylum? Like, who would ever hold me down and make me watch that? You know what I mean? Like, who would ever take the time to do that? If you didn't live with your girlfriend, would you spend your day just watching porn in your underwear and eating junk food? That's what I do when she's sleeping. To be honest with you, I've had revelations about just living by myself in some studio apartment with nothing but my you know, YouTube stuff wrapped around me and my computer and my TV, and I feel like I'd be truly happy then. Does your girlfriend make you leave the toilet seat down? Isn't that so stereotypical? She does. She really does. And I always try to make the argument that it's better and safer if I just leave it up, because for me that's less work. Plus I'm using the bathroom twice as much as her because I'm a man, and I feel like a man bladder is a little bit more... It needs to drain more, in my opinion. I don't know where the facts come from. I just make them up as I go. Okay. Let's answer a few more questions. We're at 26 minutes. I'll answer 2 more. Just keep scrolling down here. Keep on scrolling. They're like 6 porn questions. Hey shithead, you should do weekly reviews of The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad when they come back, because I'd like to hear your opinion on each episode afterwards. That's a good idea. I have had that idea actually. As far as Walking Dead goes, I just don't know if I feel like uploading an extra video every week for that. Speaking of the last Walking Dead episode, pretty good. I truly feel like I need 2-hour episodes. Why can't they make 2-hour episodes? That show is making enough money with advertisements that it can do that. That's what I need. Breaking Bad, I might just do the weekly thing for Breaking Bad, because I do like Breaking Bad a little bit more than Walking Dead. So that's a possibility. That's a long what if question. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end it right there. I want to try to keep this video short today because I'm like I said, that techno music's waiting. I got to go to the gym and start working out or something. You know what? I want to take my Bane mask into the gym sometime and just pump iron. Could you imagine the looks I'd get? Like, everybody would just be like, that guy's an asshole, but I don't know. It'd be a funny video. Anyway, by the way, look at this thing. I bought that off Amazon. It's a, you can level out your camera. I don't know why the hell I bought it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching Q&A 25. Make sure you leave your comments down below. You know how it goes. Ask anything and everything. If I didn't get to everyone's question today, I'm sorry. I tried to hit as many as I could within the 29-minute mark, which we just hit. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And by the way, check out my Facebook page. Go ahead, click it, like it. That's where I like to talk with my viewers more. I think Facebook kind of puts a barricade between our communication, to be honest with you. So like my Facebook, link down below. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.